Welcome to lanmoutarot. This is a general reading for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising for the second week of December 2019. And this is really for Taurus, anywhere it may be in your chart, or anyone would feel like watching this reading. There's a message in there for you. This is a general reading. If it doesn't resonate, it's okay. All right. And I'm just putting out the messages as I read the energies. It's not, I'm just a messenger, it's not personal. And there we go. Let's see what messages Spirit have for you. This is the Keepers of Your Light Oracle deck. We're starting with this one, and then we will do the main reading with the Psychic Tarot, okay? And we're not doing clarifications this week. I'm trying to keep this short, as I noticed that you guys really watch quite significantly less amount of time than the duration of this reading. So here we have Master Jesus, forgiveness, very popular today. You are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. For the healing is possible at this time. For the healing is possible at this time. That's at the bottom of the deck. And we have here Radha, Soul Flame. That's your card that came out for you, Taurus. And it says, rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Experience relationship harmony and healing. And I like this beautiful lotus flower everywhere. Some of them, the petals are closed, petals are opening up. But this is Spirit telling you, soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself. Especially for some of you, Taurus, if you've been, what's the word? Estranged from your father figure. This is the time for you to kind of go over this whole situation again, for you to take a moment perhaps to approach it from a place of peace, for you to understand what was your reaction to whatever happened. Was it the best reaction? For you to decide, do you want to stay in tension and conflict, or do you want to choose to stay on the path you are on? Because this card here, Master Jesus, is saying you are on the path of light, peace, and forgiveness. Do you want to, of love? I'm sorry, I said peace. So for some of you, peace is important here. And we know Jesus, you call it the Prince of Peace, right? So do you want to stay on that path of light and love and forgiveness? Then it's very difficult to be in conflict, especially for those of you, this is in regards to your father or your father figure, or if those of you that are father, it's in regards to your children, okay? Because this is saying here, experience relationship harmony and healing. Relationship harmony and healing. This is not just about relationship, romantic relationship. I feel like having father healing here as well. This healing a relationship with your father, or for those of you that are father, healing relationship with your children, okay? And here we have trapped in fears. This is 8 of air, being stuck in your mind in overthinking, negative thinking, perhaps thinking about all those negative things that happened, focusing on every single thing that person did wrong or didn't do, should have done, and you know, how it affected you, and you know, really being trapped in your mind. And for some of you, it's kind of like recurring thought. It's almost like you're choosing to wallow in that negativity and all the bad things. You're forgetting any of the positive things that have happened. And I think it was in the last reading, Capricorn had a similar message. And I was saying, because they also had the card of Master Jesus here, I was talking about how I blocked a whole period of time for my consciousness when I was in high school, because I have a difficult relationship, currently completely estranged, non-relationship with my own father. My biological father, I should say, he's not the person, he didn't raise me, but he was very much kind of like there, like, you know, well, we were far apart, but he, you know, I know my father, like, anyways, he wasn't the man who raised me, but we really always had a difficult relationship. Now it's a completely new relationship. And I was saying how, like, in high school we lived together in the same house, and for some reason my experience in high school, I just completely blocked it. I cannot remember any connection, like, you know, us doing things together. I completely blocked him, like he wasn't there at all. and it's like I have to remember, like, oh yeah, he was there. Like it's me. I can't remember. I just completely blocked him from my memory during this whole time period. So trapped in fear, it's us creating those blockages in our mind, creating those like prison cells in our mind where we keep certain memories perhaps, or where we keep ourselves trapped, like, you know, remembering things, the same things over and over and over and over and over again. And the message here for you, this is not good. We have 8, 8 is the eighth house energy, Scorpio energy, energy of transformation. Okay, and this is about putting an end to something so a new beginning can come through. Like this is about death and rebirth here. Trapped in fear, we don't need to do that. We can let go, we can release if we choose to, but it's up to us. Okay, at the bottom we have throat chakra. This is all about communication. Oh my goodness, this is just so strong right now. This is all about communication. Okay, Taurus, this is about you and your path to forgiveness, of love and light. How do you express yourself? If there was if you're trapped in fear, this is also a card of the air energy, which the throat chakra is it's the same as like a mind, also communication, self-expression, if you will, our intellect. So if this is all you're feeling trapped in a relationship, you know, a negative relationship with your father especially, or with anyone else. It could be a romantic relationship, right? With a masculine energy, perhaps that reminds you of your father, that, you know, you're connecting with that person in a very adversarial way because for whatever reason you see your father in them because you had a negative relationship with your father. And the truth is, whenever we have a negative relationship with our parents, for whether it's right or wrong, whether it's, you know, we have our reasons or not, it affects every aspect of our lives in ways we don't understand, in ways we don't consciously understand. Okay, it affects your relationship, in your romantic relationship. It affects the way you connect with your children when you have a child, because these are the first people that's supposed to teach us how to walk, how to talk. And I've given that example in the reading, that teach us how to express ourselves. You know, when good things happen, do we smile? Do we go, bravo? That's your parents teach you all that. You know, do they tell you I love you? Do they show affection to you? Your parents, these are the first people, like when you're a baby, that teach you. And these things are ingrained. It's a cultural thing. It's a societal thing, societal norms. You know, like this is how we learn how to operate as spiritual being in this physical world. So when we learn in a negative way of connecting, especially in regards to love, to our family, of communicating with our early on, it sticks with us. Okay, and when we go in our relationship, we go through life, even if in a work situation, those come out. We see our father in our boss, right? We see our, you know, our mother in that, you know, older lady in the office that, you know, for some people, especially if they've never had a nurturing mother, they seek a mother everywhere. Like these are kind of like psychological, but at the same time, it's kind of like human nature. Like we're all connected. We're looking for that connection, right? We're looking for that thing, even when we don't know sometimes what it is. Because we can feel something is amiss. So Taurus, to get to the reading again, in regards to relationship, especially to a family member, to someone significant in your life, to a father figure, especially let's say your father was like was a Gemini. If it's you, was a feminine energy, was connecting with a Gemini. This is Gemini energy. This is Jupiter in Gemini. We have a full moon in Gemini coming up in a couple of days here, in the 11, 12, depending on where you are. Take that time during this full moon in Gemini to expand your thinking, to expand your understanding, to expand your grasp of the situation, okay? And how you want to handle this situation going forward, because Jupiter energy is all about expansion. Gemini is about communication, but it's a one-on-one, intimate communication, right? It could be kind of like superficial communication. When you talk about like Sagittarius energy, the sun is still in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, and we're talking about, this is the card of Jupiter in Sagittarius. In Gemini, this is the card of Jupiter in Gemini. This is Spirit telling you raise the communication level, okay, to raise that self-expression level to a different level. You cannot stay stuck in the like little daily tit for tat thing. To raise it a little bit, to look beyond like this is what happened, then he did that, then I did that, to go beyond that, to go to understand it from your higher mind. Who is this person? That is my father. For example, let's say it's your father. Who am I in relation to them? You know, how did they grow up? What did their parents teach them? What is the lesson they've been learning? You, as a spiritual person, Taurus, you can look at your parents now to from a lens that's a little bit like, remove yourself and be like, who are they as a person? And then look at yourself. Who am I as a person? Okay, and that's gonna help you by approaching this from your higher mind, from a macro way, by looking at this, okay? And the way you express yourself with each other. Why do we talk like that to each other? Is there a better way to express ourselves to each other? Okay, is there space in your heart to forgive those people that have wronged you? Or do you want to remain stuck here in this way of thinking, negative thinking, that loop of feeling trapped in fear, and fear of connecting perhaps even with other people, fear of expressing yourselves, okay, fear of communicating what your true self is, what's in your soul. And here comes help. Power. We have major arcana number 8. It's called power in the psychic tarot, but it's also called strength. This is what we see at the strength card, the card representing Leo energy. We see this man here, half face, half Leo. And I like that the eyes of the lion is so green, because I'm getting heart chakra energy here. This is someone harnessing their strength and seeing things with their feelings, with their heart. Okay? It's like to the lens of love, if you will. The way things are reflecting to them, the images that they're looking at, they're seeing with their physical eyes. They're seeing it through with that green eye here. It's like seeing it being reflected to the lens of love, to the heart chakra, expressing themselves, being able to harness that lion energy of confidence, of strength, of being able to keep your head held high in your own inner knowing. Because once you know yourself, you can detach yourself from how other people perceive you and how other people treat you, because you can see this as a separate experience. That is you. That is your way of thinking. That is your way of being. That is your way of seeing the world. That's why you treat me that way. That has nothing to do with me, because spirit is going to help you here. It's going to push you toward that inner self-discovery work that needs to be done here. Okay, Taurus? This is the solitude. This is major arcana number 9. Hermit card, it's called in the Rider-Waite, in the other tarot card, right? In the traditional tarot, if you will. So the hermit journey is a journey of going within. It's a journey of inner work, of inner understanding. It's like know thyself, right? And here I like that in the hermit card, it's not just going into the mountains, not just going into, you know, the desert here to go in that lone wolf walk, to really, like, you know, that shaman walk, if you will, to really know yourself in connection to the universe, in connection to your environment, in connection to other people, the other conscious living beings here. But it's also like, I like that she's holding a book. There is knowledge to begin here, okay? Knowledge not just of who you are, but understanding perhaps even of your own psychic, or perhaps of your parents' psychic, of those people that you're connecting with psychic. So first thing is that understanding the way those thoughts are affecting you, that you feeling you're trapped, knowing that you're not trapped. It's up to you to come from that, from that. You can leave that room. You're not trapped. It's all in your mind. You can change your perspective. Yes, it does require strength. Yes, it does require you tapping into your feelings, tapping into your own physical body, to know who you are, to really find your strength, like physical, spiritually, mentally, in every way, to be able to express yourself, to be able to communicate clearly what is important to you and how you were hurt. Forgiveness is not acceptance. For you still can acknowledge what has happened without wallowing in it. You still can you don't have to accept it, to forgive it. You can acknowledge it. As this was what happened to me. This is part of my journey. And I learned from that experience. And I hope you learn too. Whoever it is that you're dealing with it, that requires that healing, that requires that open communication. And for you, the forgiveness is for you. You can choose to forgive that person, to release that blockage, to release that negative energy. And that's going to bring you to a higher knowing. That's going to help you to understand yourself better. And once you start understanding yourself better, which is the first step, you can understand the mysteries better. You can understand your place in the world better. You can understand your destiny better. You can understand the cycle you are in better. Okay? Healing. Relationship healing and harmony is needed. And spirit, this is a major kind of energy. It's going to give you the strength required to make the right decisions. Okay? And confidence. With courage. While you're still honoring yourself, who you are. Who you truly are, your true self. And Master Jesus is here. Pray to Jesus. Ask for strength. Jesus, the Prince of Peace, of humility. The healer. Ask for strength. If this is a romantic situation, the same applies, Taurus. Don't feel like you're trapped. You're not trapped. If there was negativity, you can overpower it. You can overcome it. Communicate. Speak your truth. Open your heart. Speak your truth and speak it and see the other person across you from the lens of love. And speak your truth with love, not with aggression. You can cry, you can express your pain, but that's that. Express it and release it. Forgive the other person, understanding they're on their own journey. They have their own lessons to learn. And know yourself, know who you really are. And do not allow any negative things that happen to you, any negative words that were spoken to bring you down, to make you feel less than, to know that you are a spiritual being, to know that you are powerful, to know that you are connected. Okay? Calling in your soulmate is at the bottom of the deck. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualization help bring you together. And at true love. So for some of you here, this is the romance of a lifetime. So for some of you, if you felt like there was this harmony, you felt trapped, you felt like confused, you didn't know how to receive love because you had a negative way of connecting with your father, you were afraid to open up yourself to love, you've been asking for it and it's right there in your face, you don't even know how to receive it because you still have so much blockage, so much baggage you're carrying on. During this time, allow that transformation to take place. Allow yourself to take on that lion energy. Okay, the lion rule the jungle, right? Allow yourself to be strong. Allow yourself to be empowered, to be in control of your own life. Know who you are and know that you are deserving. Know that the divine is with you and that they want you to have all these beautiful things that you desire. And most of all, express yourself. Okay, do not let things stress you out and then don't say anything. Express yourself at the onset. Express yourself. I'm sending you so much love during this time, Taurus. And this message, I'm going to listen to it again. I am a Taurus rising and I'm a Capricorn moon. And there was such synchronicity between these two messages. And I feel like his message in there for me as well. And let's keep on going in this journey. Let's stay on the path of light, of love and forgiveness in every area in our lives so we can become more abundant, so we can rise higher to a higher level of consciousness, okay? And it starts with the self, to really understanding oneself and the main relationship in our lives, the first relationship in our lives that are that of a mother and a father, and then fourth, after we come out into the world, all the other people that are around us. So and I'm saying this with a lot of love, and like I said, this message is as much for you as it is for me, and I hope I see you next week for the next set of reading. And as always, remember, love is the only answer. Thank you so much, Doris. Bye bye.